तब मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है जब आप हार नहीं मानते। एक बार नहीं हुआ, 2 बार नहीं हुआ। तब मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है जब आप हार नहीं मानते। एक बार नहीं हुआ, 2 बार नहीं हुआ, ठीक है। जब वो कब तक आउट करेंगे? अभी यू हैव 3 अटेम्प्ट्स, आई एम विद यू। तो अच्छी बात है कि सिंसियरिटी, जैसे सर ने बताया, परसिवरेंस एंड नेवर गिविंग अप एटीट्यूड इफ़ यू हैव, देन नो वन कैन स्टॉप यू फ्रॉम गेटिंग रिकमेंडेशन। मैंने लास्ट टाइम भी आप सभी को बोला था कि SSB क्रैक करना सिर्फ एक आपके गोल का सिर्फ एक पार्ट है। लाइफ में लीडरशिप को अचीव करना और भी बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं जो आपको करना है, बट ये जो माइलस्टोन इसने अचीव किया है, इट इज़ नॉट चाइल्ड्स प्ले, ठीक है। आप सभी को पता है, आप इतनी मेहनत करते हैं और कॉन्सेप्ट को समझते हैं, मनसा वाचा कर्मणा के प्रोसेस में गुजरते हैं, फिर फाइनली रिकमेंड होते हैं। तो कहीं ना कहीं पेरेंट्स का, सिस्टर्स का, माता पिता का, सबका बहुत रोल होता है। बेसिकली माई होम टाउन इज़ इन रायबरेली, यूपी। अच्छी बात यह है कि जब लास्ट टाइम फादर आए थे बिफोर इज़ रिकमेंडेशन, तब इसका SSB लगा हुआ था NDA का, तो आई गॉट टू नो दैट ही इज़ ऑल्सो फ्रॉम नियर बाई प्लेस ऑफ माई होम टाउन, रायबरेली में ही। तो जैसे गांव के बगल वाले गांव से कोई हो जाता है तो खुशी होती है कि नहीं होती है? तो और ज़्यादा खुशी है मुझे थोड़ी सी, क्योंकि ये मेरे गांव के पास का भी है।
How are you all? Fine. Sir, before starting, let me check how many of you are from which entry, right? So, how many of you are for NDA entry? All right. CDS and Army TS, Navy Tech. All right. Any other entry? FCAT. Fine. So, I'll be sharing my experience. So, this was my 7th attempt in which I got recommended. My journey started back in the year 2023. I have joined Centurion for SSB initially, and it was the month of June when I joined Centurion. And basically, I joined for the Army TS entry, right? So, I have appeared in Army TS entry for 3 times. I have appeared in Army TS entry. In all of those 3 attempts, I have got screened in, and I have got conference out, right? For the Navy BTech entry, I have appeared in 3 times. 1 time I have got screen out, 1 time I got conference out, and this time I got recommended, right? And for the NDA entry, I got screened out from Jalandhar, right? I only appeared once for NDA entry, okay? So my experience of screening is a very beautiful one. Out of the 7 SSB that I have attempted, I just got 2 times screen out, and 5 times I have faced the conference. So for me, screening is a process that actually checks whether you have those qualities or not in a very short span of time. So basically, your screening begins with your OIR. So you will be given 2 OIR question paper and you have to solve them, right? So OIR matters a lot, as you guys are already, many of you have cleared written examination, some of you have cleared JEE, right? So you must have those basic aptitude for clearing OIR, and I hope that will not be a barrier for you to move ahead, right? Now let's move on to the PPDT. It's a very important section. If so ever you have done some mistakes in the OIR, no issues, but your PPDT should be very excellent. So it starts with writing the story. As soon as the picture will be shown to you, firstly you have to think in your mind before writing, because once you start writing, the ideas will flow very casually and you may commit mistakes, okay? So before writing, all the plans should be clear in your mind, that this will be the beginning, this will be the conclusion. You may introduce the steps while writing as well, right? So what I did, as the picture is shown to me, I basically just see the picture for the 10 seconds and rest for the 20 seconds that is the picture shown. For those 20 seconds, I just prepare all the theme, what I will write in the picture and what will be the conclusions, and if the time permits, I also frame the actions. So this is my main strategy. After that, when I start writing, please ensure that your writing is beautiful, because if your writing is beautiful, the person who is reading it gets interest, right? if suppose there are 2 copies in front of me, one person has written in a good legible writing and one person has just scribbled up something. So I will take that copy with the person whose writing is good. As a person, his mindset will be clear. For me, the person whose writing is good, his mindset will be clear, and whose writing is bad, his mindset will be blurry. So maintain a good writing. I'm not saying to write in cursive, but at least all the letters that you are writing must have good space, and it should be at least legible so that person can just understand it in a single go. Because in a screening there are a lot of candidates, lot of copies, lot of stories have to be checked by the assessors. They just read the stories very quickly. All right. So your writing and legibility should be maintained basically. All right. After this, what you have to do is, after you submit your copies, there is a certain time gap. Like after you write the stories, you will be sent out of the room, and you will be divided into the batches in which the discussion will be held. So there is a time gap of at least 10 minutes, and it can at max go to around 40 minutes an hour. So that is the time in which you can memorize your story 100 times. All the times I have got screened, you believe me or not, I have at least revised my story minimum of 100 times. People chit chat with each other, they discuss, like people of our age, we spend our time discussing upon silly things. But that is the time you focus upon yourself. Because after those span of 10 minutes to 40 minutes, you will have to produce a story in front of the assessors. That's very important. Your narration, your communication skills should be excellent. Good cannot matter here. Your skills should be excellent in communication. Because when you will be screened in for the stage 2, the major role is of communication, right? Whether it is in your group, whether it is in your interview, all right? So your communication matters. So revise the story n number of times, as much as you can, all right? So as you revise the story multiple times, when you will go into the hall in front of the assessors, the story will come out of your mouth in a flow. And as the story will come out of your mouth in a flow, you will basically develop the confidence, and that confidence will be displayed on your face in your body language, right? Let me share a live example. Some of the people who used to recite their story with me, some of them are shaking their legs, some of them hands are shaking, some of them are stucking in between. So these are the actions you should avoid. If you will do this, there is a sure chances that you will be screened out. So in this way, you will recite the story wonderfully, and as you recite the story wonderfully, you know what your story is, right? And when you will be sitting in a hall, you must listen to other stories as well. When you are confident with your story outside, if you are confident with your story outside, you will definitely listen to the other stories inside. When you will listen to the other stories inside, it's a brilliant opportunity for you to tackle and cooperate with each and every person's story while the group discussion is on. So in the group discussion, just don't stick to your own particular story. It's a very big mistake that I committed for the second time I went for the SSB and I got screened out. My story was fine, but I just stick to my story, and the group was going in some direction, I was going in some direction, and as a result I got screened out. So if your story is not good, you must understand it, and you must accept that other stories are good, because acceptance is a very big factor. You cannot be right all the times. You have to accept that you are wrong, and you have to cooperate with the group further. So if so you have committed the mistakes in the story, move ahead with other stories that you find good. If you find that your story is good, then keep your point, take some points from the other stories as well, and in this way form a common story, right? If your participation in the group will be fluent, if you will look confident, if your voice is bold, then automatically the group members will nominate you. If so, they don't nominate, because in a group of 20 only one can be nominated, but it is not compulsory that one person will be screened in or that one particular person will be screened in or not. Okay, if you are nominated, it is very good. Please tell the story that group has formed. There is no need to tell the story that you have formed, because it's common group story. All right. If you are not narrated, kindly have a smile when that particular person is speaking, because it shows that you don't have that jealous kind of attitude. If you'll have that smile, and when the assessors will ask that are all of you agreeing with the story that given by the particular candidate, say yes if the story is 90% matching, at least 90% matching. All right. If the person has committed some major blunder, then you can speak. If everything was normal and some of the minor mistakes have been committed by the candidate, there is no issue. You have to cooperate with your group in each and every situation unless and until there is a major mistake. All right. So doing all these things, there are highly chances that you will get screened in. So in this way, I have got screened in 5 times, and 2 times I got screened out. One time I told you the reason, that I was moving par from the group, and the second time it was like, my story was good, but I was trying to be over dominated because I thought that I have a good experience, so I am always right, and I was trying to dominate the group basically. So that's the reason I understood later. And you have to, as what I said, you have to cooperate with your group, because you cannot work in army alone. You have to be in the group. All right. So in this way you can do the things perfectly. So after you get screened in, there will be the rest 4 days in which 3 particular tests will be undergone. So as I said, communication matters a lot, and if your communication skills are good, you can tackle the interview in a very good manner. Like, interviewing officer will also get impressed with the person who has good communication skills, because later into the academy as well into the services, your communication will matter a lot, right? And the trainability factors of communication is still accepted, but if you have the communication already in your hand, then it's the major power. All right. And the second thing I would like to tell you is maintain your calm in the SSB. Many people get frustrated with the process. Many people get hyperactive. You should maintain your calm. Like, suppose you are writing a psychological test, and suppose you miss one story completely. Suppose you miss some words of TAT. Suppose you have not done much of the SRTs. And I would not say about SD, because everyone is able to complete the SD on time, right? So please maintain your calm. If so ever you have missed it, there is no issue. That particular story, that particular word, that particular situation should not hamper your rest of the test. All right. Your rest of the test should be in such a way that nothing has happened and everything was normal. Because of this, the SSR will understand that this boy has missed, but still his mental calmness is in a high mode, and he has tackled each and every question with utmost carefulness after that. All right. So this is what thing you can do in the psychological test. If I go into detail, it will take a lot of time, so I won't go in detail. So let me cover the part of interview. So basically, the strategy for interview should be, whatever you are writing in the PIQ, it's not at all new for you all, but let me tell you one more time that it should be absolutely clear whatever you are writing in your PIQ, because the interviewing officer will generate his questions from your PIQ only, right? He will not ask you questions out of the PIQ. If so ever he asks any questions that are out of your PIQ, if you know, very good. If you don't know, simply say, sorry sir, I don't know, I will definitely answer in the conference, I will definitely read about it, that's it. It will show that you are just accepting that you don't know, rather of giving a blank guess. If you accept it, that interviewing officer will also feel, yeah, this boy is accepting his mistake, or accepting that he doesn't know it and he is not being overconfident, because when you being overconfident, you always fall in the ditch. So this is the main thing in the interview, that again I said, calmness. If you know things, good. If you don't know, no issues, because interviewing officer will go till the extent you say, I don't know sir, at least twice. He will ask you questions until you say, I don't know sir. This time I got recommended, I don't know how many times I said I don't know sir, and all those questions were asked to me in the conference, and every time in the interview I say I don't know, and questions are asked to me in the conference, and I pre-assume that I am always a borderline case, and this time I made it right. So in the interview, read your PIQ and just simply say I don't know sir, and read those questions later, because when you will go back to your lines after the interview, you are always provided with cyber cafe and the internet facilities in all the SSB boards. So read the questions that you are unable to answer, write it in some copy and revise it before the conference. Alright. Now moving on to GTO. GTO is something like you are always in a group. So there is no scope of I in GTO. You are always we. Your priority should be last and the priority of the group should be first. So in GTO, like if it's group discussion, as I said to you, accept everything, go with the flow. As I said in the PPDT discussion, you have to accept that whether you are right and whether the group members are right. If the group members are right, acknowledge it and move ahead. Give the right points. There is no need to speak multiple times. Speak few times, but whatever you are speaking should be, should be absolutely correct, to the point, and there is no need to repeat the same points again and again. If you repeat the same points again and again, the officer will think that this boy has a limited knowledge and is going up with the flow, just going up with what he has certain limited knowledge. So speak few times, but speak correctly and speak logically. I won't go in much details. Just one thing you have to keep in mind while doing the task of GTO. Always make your group the first priority. If you and make yourself the last priority. In this way, you will automatically develop the brotherhood and your things will always be on the track. And use your mind everywhere, because there is no situation with zero answer. There are always multiple answers for every situation in GTO. So any question, any problem arises, think logically, wait for a second, take time, and then give the reply, then move on. All right. So in this way you can do your GTO well. And as I said, for the conference, be prepared with everything that has happened in the past. Please ensure you must analyze your own performance, and your own performance should be in such a way that if in the conference you are asked that how have you performed, you must be rational, that yes, I have done this wrong and done this part right. Why you have done that wrong, please be please have reasons for that. And that's what I would like to say. And in this way you can definitely excel in the field of SSB. If you don't excel in one go, there is no issue, but always keep trying. Like I got recommended in the 7th attempt. If you keep trying, there will be one day when you will be standing here, as I saw multiple people sitting there, right? Thank you so much.